Hey, what's up? It's Kayla, a part of Rutgers University Draft League, season number 6, and I'm very, very excited to present all of the information that you need to know. All of it is available on the Discord. You have to be a Rutgers alum or student to participate, and that's about that. So, if you haven't already read the rules, this is pretty much what this video is going to be about, as well as maybe clarifying some of the rules. And let's begin. So, first, welcome. Thanks for watching. If you do watch the whole thing, subscribe. We're going to be doing a ton of Draft League content for the spring, for the summer. We're also going to be sharing any streams that we do for tournaments and whatnot, so be prepared for that. Comment down below ideas for the format, because I'm probably going to take one of those ideas. So, moving on, the main rules: 85 points, 9 to 12 mons, snake style, 3-minute timer, in person, but if you can't make it, you could still do it over Discord. It's going to be on January 31st, which is in 4 days, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you need that. This is just like the base rules. I also forgot to put, but you can see in the logo, low tier Paldea decks is what the format's going to be. Going to be really interesting. I think the max point mon is 16. It's not like 20 or 21 and you're kind of screwed. So we get to see some more crazy mons do some crazy things. Moving on to kind of stuff we're going to be looking at, the overview of this video. We're going to go through the ban stuff, we're going to go through terror rules, then complex bans, then schedule, playoffs, trades, and tier list. Trades also comes transactions and free agents, but trust me, trades is kind of the big thing for this league in general. So, moving on, we have the banned abilities, moves, and items. I figured we'd do this all in one. Just saves a lot of space. Rand Trap, Moody, Shadow Tag are all banned. I don't believe there's too many mons, but like the Duck Trio line. Moody is Smeargle. Villain, Shadow Tag is the Gothitelle line, and Wobbuffet, I think, but I don't know if Wobbuffet's in the game. Those kind of mons can still run another ability, they just can't run those 3. The moves: Last Respect, Shed Tail, Revival Blessing, Acupressure, and Swagger. There's also an evasion clause, with an exception being Defog, so those moves are going to be banned from it. This is another one where it's like there really isn't too many mons that fall into these categories. If you played enough, you kind of I think the only offenders are going to be like Primeape, Basculegion, Basculin for Last Respect, Shedtail, Cyclozar, and Earthworm. Revival Blessing is Palma and Rapska. Acupressure, there's a ton, and Swagger, there's also a ton. Want to also include as a small note, Flatter is definitely here too. Just ignore that. Items: Bright Powder, Lax Incense, King's Rock, Razor Fang. I forgot to get rid of the comment, but there was Quick Claw, but that's been unbanned, so that's going to be cool. There's some, Slowbro galore for some quick draw, Quick Claw. Then Wet Passing, banned, but Baton Pass, Wet Passing, Baton Pass plus positive stats, and passing with a sub, and passing with an ingrain are all banned. Can dry pass, you can pass if you have, let's say, like Sticky Web or an Intimidate drop. You can still Baton Pass, you can Wish Pass, you just can't Wet Pass. Rules, this is the fun one. So, Terror Captain budget is 11 points. I kind of do a great job explaining this, but or at least in the text, but it's the mons you draft. The points cannot be more than 11. You need at least 1 to 3. So, for example, if you have a team of, like, you have a Lowland Dougie and Alcremie, that's 9 points to your team, and if you decide to keep them as Terror Captains, then that's 9 points to your Terror Captain total. Hope that makes sense. Then free Terror Captains, which is really going to be interesting because there's a lot of things that might be broken, some things we hopefully tried to cover with the complex stuff that we'll get into, but will be a ton of fun. And then 7 points or under can be Terror Captains. If you want to know like what Givmon can Terra, let me just check the ones that aren't banned. Okay, Lycanroc Midday, Miss Magius, Primeape, Sceptile, Scyther's up there, Copperaja, Alolan Chew. Like, there's some decent mons, Sneasel, Hisui, and Thwacky. and Tatsugiri's not bad. Um, there's a lot of decent Terra options, but get into with the complex band. Blossom, Frostmoth, Mousehold, Minior, Oricorio Pal are all Terra banned. These are all less than 7 points. Anyone who like, oh my god, how is that mon not Terra banned? It's probably because they're 8 points and higher. So that is why that is that. And then Speed Boost Blaziken is banned. Schedule. So unlike past years, this is a bit different. We're gonna have total regular season battles. There's gonna be no divisions. So that makes the I don't think I think in one of the other ones, but that's gonna make standings a lot different. But we've settled on head to head as the first and then differential. So battles will begin Monday and finish Sunday, 11:59 p.m. You can ask for an extension. You know, just let us know before. We don't want to on your ass about like battles and what should be your responsibilities to do all that. If you're the one who can't come on Friday, crazy, then it's your responsibility to reschedule the match, or at least to start some dialogue about like, oh, like can we, are you free Sunday, or are you free Saturday, or whatever, like, or are you Tuesday, right? If you so be it. Yeah. Forfeiting 3-0 forfeits if battles can't be done. I think we usually do 2 weeks. So if there's like 0 contact, then obviously going to be a forfeit. Playoffs are really interesting because we kind of change this around every semester or so. But when you look at the amount of weeks that this is going to take, 8 weeks, and the one on the right, which is different because it's top and a bottom bracket, like in Smash kind of. But this one especially, like, it only takes at most. We're leaning towards the one on the right, but we don't know for sure. Everyone makes playoffs. It's just, seeding is the thing, and especially for the top and bottom bracket, it rewards winning a lot more. Finally, or not finally, but the last slide, if you will, transactions and trades, and this is a big one. Because this happens semester, you don't think it's going to be you, but then it ends up being you. You need to trade. Your team's not doing well, whatever, you need to make a trade. There's 2 kind of things you can do. There are transactions, like free agent transactions, where let's say you want to swap out Yanmega and Shaman is available as a free agent. No other team has Shaman, then that would be a free agent transaction. You are swapping one for another, and there's no other players involved. You can have as many Pokemon in that singular transaction as you want. So if you like Overquill, Noivern, and Palmon, swap them for Lucario, Low-Kick, Klefki, that would still count as one transaction as long as you put it all in one message and it's like within the day, within a reasonable amount of time. It is one transaction, and you're only allowed 2 of those. As long as points match, everything should work. As long as you stay above 9, or stay at least 9 and below at least 12, or at most 12, then you should be, all of it should work out just fine, should be no problems. During the draft, you have to use all your points, and after the draft, there's going to be a grace period. So, both of those kind of big things that I just didn't mention, but that's the big one. You could trade free agents in a trade. And what are trades? Trades are just transactions between players. So if someone has toxicity and you want to trade your Yanmega, then that would be a trade. And obviously you both have to agree. But once you both agree, it's a trade. There are unlimited trades. You can trade free agents a trade. What does that mean? You could do a trade like Claude Zaire for Monkey Dory and a free agent swap. So you could theoretically have 4 free agents. You can only 2 of those trades allowed per season. So keep that in mind. That's something I also didn't mention. Terra. Terra's separate free agent transactions, and you're only allowed 2 of those with the same stipulations of they end week 7, and if you swap a Terra captain, like if Yanmega was a Terra captain and you swapped it for Shaman, that does not count a Terra could just reapply the Terra to another one or something. Yanmega can anyways, but whatever. that's about it this section. And now we move on to the tier list. If you would, well, it's gonna automatically show up, but like here we are up. Um, this is the list. We have the complex bands over here. We have the pointers. We have farmers, which is one of our logos. Sadly, Saraledge is banned, so kind of unfortunate, but it's whatever. But yeah, a lot of options. A lot of 6-point mons, a lot of interesting Terra options. I feel like there's a lot of mons that you could be like, oh my god, like how is this Terra? Like how can this Terra? Even though it's not Terra banned, or like, oh my god, a shame. This mon should be able to Terra, right? A lot of interesting mons at point tiers, in my opinion. I think there's a lot you could do. A lot of flexibility, a lot of baby one pointers, but a lot of those baby one pointers might have a tool like Sticky Web, or Prankster Defog, Prankster, like, so out those one pointers. Yeah, that's about it. If you're up at the Discord, then you could just check out all of this stuff. And I'm not put the Discord link here just because, I don't could trust. But you could probably find a way to get in. But yeah, we're gonna weekly content. We're gonna be doing power rankings after draft breakdowns. We're not gonna do like a live coverage of the draft just because I just get to work out. It will be something that maybe we could test next semester, but I will definitely be doing a draft recap of what gets picked, why it gets picked, all that great stuff. And then, weekly power rankings, post-draft power rankings, or post-grace period power rankings. That's about it. Remember, at the end of the day, this is all for fun. There's no monetary reward. There's just bragging rights for winning. So, always the highlight for me of the semester. It's always a lot of fun. So, I'm hoping it's a lot of fun for you guys. So, see y'all. Have a great one, and peace.